area, maybe a couple of passengers get to the airport. But when we call guys down at New Orleans, down at New Orleans, it's like you come up a date, and you fly out. And they said, boy, you have to be ready, right? No, we'll get it. We'll get it up. We'll report it from there. Coming up to get the guy with the cheerleader. Should kick off our national anthem at 37 past this hour. That means you have time to go and get a light to eat or a Pepsi? Yes, you do. By the way, there are other features around the field to get handicapped people from one bus stop to another. Golf carts on a regular basis. We'll talk about that just for all you folks. Maybe coming from Cincinnati, the home of the food. Presenting sponsor of the show this year. I love getting the chance to talk about my hometown company because that the press
and it worked. He was let's say a backyard engineering fabricating team with the bill. Indeed, to be a win in the left seat, the driver's seat to actually press down. On behalf of the Silver Point Energy family, we would welcome you here again. The Dayton Airshow is a Valley Ford dealer today. Your inventory is arriving here. That's right, every day.
It's sitting out over here, but with the rest of it, that's where it started. I saw it started up here and getting ready and all that. And then there's this really tiny one that you hang out. There was purple blue. There we got in. That's that
a sophisticated electronic cockpit, fully integrated autopilot, and complete instrument flight capabilities round out CareFlight's top-notch safety gear. Thanks to these unique capabilities, CareFlight pilots have options that are equipped the same as an intensive care unit or hospital emergency room. And CareFlight's highly experienced care teams bring that same level of care to the scene. It's the first and only air service in Ohio to carry whole blood. CareFlight has proudly served as the medical response team for the Dayton Airshow since 1983. We look forward to celebrating 40 years of care in the air with the guests of this year's air show. There it is. You can see that enclosed tail rotor, that Fenstrom tail rotor. The Dolphin helicopter is also one, Danny, I know that looks familiar to you because the Coast Guard loves that aircraft as well.
And people that are being rescued by the Coast Guard love it even more. In the open water, they send down a cable. And we'll talk more about that inbound over your head and a little bit behind you. You can see the Golden Knights aircraft. By the way, if you want to learn more about the U.S. Army Golden Knights, look at page 21 of your program. See a great action photo shot under canopy. And now when we're ready, what you're going to see is the opening jumper that I introduced you to before. The exiting the airplane.
Get a picture of us right here.
And Bill Stein. Since the golden age of barnstorming in the 1920s and 1930s. The question people say, why don't you update that? Why don't you do it differently to open up an air show in the way our heroes? And then when we do before us, they just wait to do it, we do. That's how we do it. It looks great and sounds good. That's what we're going to continue to do it as well. We honor our American flag. And that picture, by the way, that photo, page 21 of your program.
In a state-of-the-art electrical power integration facility located on the University of Dayton campus. GE is proud to support the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces and a proud sponsor of the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Airshow.
All right, we are now on a hot run. Airplanes overhead. Look, sound. It's going to track out in front of us a little bit because the winds are low. And now, when we're ready, very soon, we'll descend our anthem. But now, ladies and gentlemen, in preparation of our standing fleet.
Back in 1814.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Don't ever. You are so right.
For the military. Centerpoint Dayton Airshow would like to thank Jesse and the entire GE Aerospace team for your continued support.
Go up and down the runway as soon as we land Golden Knight Air, Golden Knight 609. And boy, oh boy, one of the longtime sponsors here, of course, Danny Clisham and the
Valley Gaming is easy to get to, just off I-75 at exit 29 between Cincinnati and Dayton. How easy is that? Visit us at MiamiValleyGaming.com or on social media to stay up on all the action. And by the way, you must be 21 to gamble. We'll talk more about that physically challenged event they have for people. They have a multi-seat golf cart. They go from bus stop to bus stop on a continual basis, and they can get you to places you're not if you want to go and see the sights.
Our air boss, Jim Tucherone, has given clearance for the Golden Knight aircraft to land here on runway 624. And some people have asked me over the years, Danny, why do they give it a number? Well, down in the middle of the runway, you would see it's pretty much aligned with 60 degrees to the northeast, and its reciprocal or opposite 240 degrees to the southwest. Runway 624. In this case, with parallel runways here at Dayton, this is runway planes for the Golden Knights, isn't it, Danny? When you go back in time to the oh my gosh, the Fokker Friendship
Yes.
aircraft, those were the last two 1980s, but this one is new for the Golden Knights.
98,000 feet as the airplanes come in from our right, up to 98,000 feet. They were up to 2.2 Mach in a 60-degree angle of climb. But they got representatives, Air Force representatives, and National Aeronautic Association representatives that made all that possible. And people say, why didn't they just go to Alaska and do it? Because it's colder in North Dakota, eh? It's cold up there in the winter, yep.
Yeah, and they did have an Air Force base with a long enough runway, which they obviously didn't need until it landed.
Yeah, that was
The street he was looking for for some time. So impressed.
the ways that we engage into a dogfight and the advantageous position, high and head on. Well, we did that on takeoff. High to your left now in tight formation, the F-15 Eagle.
To the exhaust of the fifth stage of the jet engine. Generally speaking, the operation of the jet engine is relatively simple in terms of how it functions. There's a big
Landing configuration. program that enables Dayton area youth to enjoy the historic center.
6 volts.
FSI Defense, RPG Industries, Chewy LLC, Community Blood Center, Community Nutrition Center, and our great friends at PSA Airlines.
Yeah, had those heavy hitting cameras. That was just like the 15.
In just a few minutes, Randy Ball will be taxiing out. But the way it's set up with parallel runways spaced, close to a mile apart, we still have air traffic going on from commercial carriers, getting people in and out of Dayton. Travelers who may not be enjoying the show may have to get someplace or want to get someplace. But we're sharing the airspace and sharing the workload, and so that's why we have occasional breaks in the action.
By the way, back to pyro fun facts, and we are going to blow the... There's a ring of smoke that is deliberate. That's an artist. Fun fact by our pyro guy, who's Randy now, flying the plane inverted at a mere 350 miles per hour. And he does a scraping run. Now links it up on the right. But it takes a pilot with a skill and know-how. See that wing? Back in the day, he was able to fly 30,000 feet in only 3 minutes. 7,500 pounds. Thank you, Air Wisconsin. Thank you for Goodyear Aviation Tires. All right, smoke rings in the sky. Let's write a song about that. That's the
Oh,
coming in hot, as they say, Matt. There's a good bank photo opportunity. Talked about it by Kroger. For providing guest accommodations to all of our out-of-town performers. Thanks to this airport, the Dayton International Airport, where flying is fun again.
right, we have several 6-passenger golf carts that are running circuits through the middle of the street. Heel family.
TKS Transportation, Grabowski family, Doug Wolf, salute to Steve R. Ruck Incorporated, Jason Strang, Genesis Engineering, the Angeles family, Support Air Incorporated, Ralston family, Eagles Composites LLC, Echo Electrical Services, Herb Gillen Advertising, Eleanor Blystone, and JS Engineering. We welcome and thank you for being here and supporting this great event. Dayton Doolittle was presented the Medal of Honor. Now fast forward, April 15, 2015, at the Capitol Building in Washington, D.C. All 80 Raiders received a Congressional Gold Medal. I am told it was flown aboard of B-25 right here in Dayton, Ohio. To be presented by Raider Dick Cole, Doolittle co-pilot in the National Museum of the Air Force. There is the airplane that made a difference at the beginning of the movies are available. Start. Van Johnson, Robert Mitchum, and it was Spencer Tracy who played the part well of Jimmy Doolittle. They were about the same height and build. They were both fight stars. And it won the grade of play by the Raiders on film. It had some actual footage and some Hollywood footage as well. Again, worthy of your viewing. 30 seconds over Tokyo.
Had to plan the raid. His dad, Gary's dad, Tom Griffin, was one of the Doolittle Raiders, just passed away about 6 years ago. But they told me that when they left their target and headed for China, They flew into worsening weather. It was so bad they couldn't see outside the airplane. They flew until the engines quit and bailed out, and they didn't know where the ground was till they hit it.
It was a very precarious mission. This is the rotary aircraft from the Yankee Air Force at the famous Willow Run Airport in southeast Virginia. All right, all eyes overhead. It is Kevin Coleman coming out of the sky. He's going to get your attention with a series of down snap rolls. What a wild ride. He's from Coachella, Louisiana, graduate from Louisiana Tech University. Grew up around airplanes and air shows. His dad and his brother were both air show pilots. His dad and his brother were both. Now he comes back and he's going to do what we call will take over. He will stop his ascent. He'll back the airplane up. Smoke off to get a view of that. Coming backwards in 10, 20, 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Still rolling. Still coming back at 75 miles an hour. He recovers. Give this young man a big round of applause. Into a half barrel roll. Now watch the airplane. As he goes, all that is going to take place right about here. So consider you're riding with Kevin Coleman. Around you go.
Pitch the nose up and do the dirty roll on takeoff. Hornet is unique in its ability to operate at slow speeds and at high angles of attack. The superior flight control computers allow the pilot to position Now, ladies and gentlemen, watch us here. To set up for the vertical pirouette. As they pull the nose back up, watch how the aircraft swaps from nose high to nose low, rapidly pointing back towards the ground. The vertical pirouette. 90 degrees straight down in full after. From your right, the inverted whisper pass. The air crew now setting up for the high alpha or high angle of attack pass, meaning the slowest will have the advantage in air-to-air combat, as the adversary may be forced to fly in front of the fighter and thus become defensive. Few other aircraft in the world would attempt to maneuver this slow speed and nose-high attitude with two digital flight control computers aiding the aircrew
The 40,000-pound Super Hornet remains completely controllable at less than 100 miles an hour. Appropriate speed, that is. No pullback on the stick. Point the aircraft at a vertical attitude. Execute.
Larson lights those afterburners and climbs straight into the vertical. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Raptor Silver.
Takeoff that allows the airplane to get maximum altitude before reaching the perimeter of the airport where hostile bombarders get to a desired altitude and out of their tail gun position have set up positioning for fire. All right, as we come around, they'll have a flight profile in this aircraft. It is in the great tradition of Qatar, United Arab Emirates, India, Kuwait, Australia, and the United Kingdom. Combining the best features of three other Lockheed transports. They are the C-141 Stallion, now retired, the C-130 Hercules, still in production, still flying around the world, and the giant Lockheed C-5 Galaxy, the largest airplane in our military inventory, of the 174-foot-long C-17 Globemaster III. Now, several design features of the airplane was the engines are common to the passenger aircraft of Boeing 767. So that means engines are compatible all around the world. If you have an engine change, go to the nearest source, buy the 757 engine, and put it on the C-17. The engines are also state-of-the-art. Clean for the environment. Just some of the features on the C-17 Globemaster Roman numeral 3. As it comes by, the leading edge slats have been extended and the trailing edge flaps have been extended, changing the shape of the wing to allow it to fly slower with better lift at those low speeds. Lots more drag, but let's watch them as they clean it up now. Those flaps and slats will retract, the gear will come up, the throttles will come forward, and it will accelerate away with a quadruple setting up for hammerhead stall turns. The turns that you do on a dime and give you 9/10. you have on sometimes when we talk, Dad. But this one is a challenging maneuver here as they go up again in formation with Ken in the lead into the float coming down the backside. They'll reposition. Their talented team of experts will help you transform your ride, whether it be a car, a boat, or a plane, so that you can drive with distinction. Now, as they roll out, we've just seen a formation loop. Now they're going to turn the smoke on, and this time a line abreast or a parallel where Austin now is looking position. The line abreast loop is incredibly challenging, and look at the position that Austin is maintaining on his dad all the way through this. A father-son connection. Both of these guys from right down the road in Cincinnati, Ohio, actually. Smoke is on, Ken is upside down. Austin follows through, watch for the roll. They do another roll, watch for another half roll. Simultaneous half rolls, inverted to upright. And rolling out. This gets a little more fun for Austin, is that he gets to chase the smoke now. They will roll the aircraft upright into 1/2 Cuban 8.
Burner 360.